I'm guessing they didn't find the treasure. There's a plaque bolted to the cave wall. Our equipment and provisions consisted of 1 cart, a horse to pull it, 4 additional horses to be ridden, 2 shovels, a spade, a mining pick, a large coil of rope, 1 large basket of eggs, as well as an assortment of other trail provisions, and cookware, my own collection of blank plaques and engraving tools, 1 large and shaggy dog, and a butt for. There's a plaque. After traveling for 2.5 days to the south and east, we arrived at a small town named Dirtwater, the largest settlement in the vicinity of Shaggy Dog Cave, leaving the dog to watch the horses. The 4 of us entered the local saloon and each ordered a beer, except Cy, who was satisfied with water. The barman provided our drinks as requested, and then withdrew a small wooden box from underneath the bar, asking us if we'd care to witness something real interesting. Considering that we still had quite a few hours left to travel, we politely declined and asked him if he knew the way to Shaggy Dog Cave. He replied that he had never been there personally, but he gave us a rough direction, which correlated nicely with the notes on our map. We just read that one. There's a plaque bolted. Upon leaving the saloon, we discovered to our dismay that some unknown villain had tampered with our wagon. Fortunately, the only supplies missing were the butt for and the entire basket of eggs, apart from one that Doug had concealed within a pocket for safekeeping. We also discovered that the dog had absconded with one of the horses, forcing Nate and Cy, after drawing a lot, to share. After acquiring a barrel of fresh water for the trip, as well as a replacement butt for, we headed out onto the open desert. The sun shone down mercilessly upon us, though we took small solace in the fact that it would have been far more intolerable had we made this expedition during the summer months, rather than November. In order to pass the time on the trip and resist becoming dazed from the heat and susceptible to desert mirages, we exchanged stories of our youth, which I will not be retelling here for reasons. However, I will relate to you 3 odd occurrences that happened to us during our trek through the desert. The first was 2-3 hours out of Dirtwater, when Nate noticed a glint of sunlight upon a metallic object partially buried in the sand. This was revealed to be a brass oil lamp of foreign design and manufacture, which fortuitously still contained a quantity of oil. Deciding this might come in handy, we stashed it in the wagon with our other tools. Our next encounter was with a nomadic goblin tribesman who we discovered spoke excellent English. It inquired as to our destination, and we replied that we were looking for Shaggy Dog Cave. Though we did not disclose the reason for our journey, the goblin confirmed that we were heading on the correct course and mentioned that he had only a short time earlier witnessed a large and shaggy dog riding a horse in the same direction. We all agreed that this was an unusual sight indeed and continued on our way. Well, this is getting exciting. Sometime later, we encountered a large adobe hut occupied by 2 identical seeming old men with wild hair and long white beards. They invited us to take shelter from the heat, which we gratefully accepted, and introduced themselves as hermits. This struck me as peculiar, given that there were 2 of them, but I felt it would be rude to ask to question them on that point. One of the hermits confirmed that we were near Shaggy Dog Cave, and the other hermit confirmed that what his brother said was true. They also commented that they had seen a large and shaggy dog riding a horse in the direction. We all agreed that this was an unusual sight indeed. The hermit refreshed our water supply in exchange for our butt for, and we continued on our way, excited to finally be nearing our goal. Oh, they're doing it, everyone. They're gonna make it! After 2 more hours, we finally arrived at Shaggy Dog Cave. Carefully keeping our excitement in check, lest we become incautious, we unloaded our equipment and supplies from the wagon and took a brief respite in the cool shade of the cave entrance. To celebrate our arrival, Doug unpocketed and shared the egg he had saved from our basket, and that he'd been stolen in Dirtwater. Once we were rested, we decided the time had come to explore the cave. Discovering that we had neglected to pack torches, lanterns, or any other light source with which to illuminate the cave, we declared that it was indeed fortuitous that Nate had discovered that an antique oil lamp during our travels. He gave the brass a quick shine and then lit the wick, and we were relieved to discover that it lit easily and provided a very adequate amount of light. As we headed into the cave, we were further encouraged by the fact that the floor was quite even and easy to traverse. And there were no side passages which might cause us to become lost. Despite this, I resolved to hang a number of plaques to mark our progress through the cave and engrave them with the tale of our journey, such as that others who discovered the cave after us might be entertained and edified by our story. Soon we came to the end of the tunnel. While Nate, Si, and Doug took turns with the excavation, I completed the last of aforementioned plaques. It was a matter of perhaps an hour before Si's shovel struck a wooden surface with a hollow noise, and we hauled a traditionally styled treasure chest out of the hole with great excitement. I hope nothing happens to them. Something's gonna happen to them, and we're gonna come across them. A hole, completely empty one. The chest was locked with an ancient and rusted iron padlock, which broke easily from a single swing of our pickaxe. We opened the lid slowly, and the flickering light of the antique oil shone brilliantly upon jewels of every color and shining ingots of precious metals, just as promised by the legend of Black Coal Jr., joyous at our triumph. We loaded the chest into our wagon and began to journey home. Thank you for reading, and may your own endeavors be equally successful. Signed, Jim Plakewright. It's a hole. Is that the point of this cave? Well, I hope you enjoyed the story. It looks like that might be the only point of this cave. There's no treasure here. What about the dog? We never found the dog. Oh God. Susie's, Annie, I forget your name. You scared the shit out of me. I think that's it for there. Wow. Okay, well, we were on our way back to town. We were gonna make sure we had everything done before we go to that one place. Jail? Did I have any others to turn in? I might have had one to turn in. Pickle Factory remains. There we go. Hey there, what's the good word? What in the world? It's the Gherkin brothers. And please, I don't want to talk about it. It was really weird. I believe you. Here's the reward. There, that's all of them. Sweet. That's the hot dog. Oh, did I get mail? Oh no, I didn't hear from my brother. Sad day. I think I gotta, don't I have to, the Daveyard. Is that the graveyard? I think I gotta go to a, howdy there, I'm Wandering Sally. Howdy Sally, I'm Kent. What's your line? Trading, I wander all around these lands just like it says on the label. And I buy a little here and sell a little there. Cash to see the wares? Sure. What you got? Work boots. What boots do we have now? Let's see. AP and speed. AP and armor. Well, that's interesting. I'll buy that. You never know. I'll also buy the needles. I don't know if there's anything I can sell. I'm sure there is. I do have that equipped. Where are those other pants? I'm gonna just keep all my stuff. I don't know what to do with that. Daveyard. I think there's a graveyard I gotta loot or something. As you're riding down the trail, a dirty urchin jumps out, points a toy pistol at you, and demands that you pay the toll. I'm ignoring him. Okay. Oh yeah, dig the grave. You dig up the grave and pry open the coffin. Instead of a corpse, it contains a garbage bag. You reach in the garbage bag and you're surprised to find that it's full of pudding. No, it's not just pudding. It's pudding and motor oil. Who would do this? You finally, Dave's secret sauce recipe. You finally manage to reach all the way to the bottom of the bag and retrieve some lump from the bottom. You unglob the wad and dry it off. Then you wash your arm in a nearby ditch. This better be worth it. You got an item, Dave's secret sauce recipe. Okay, so now we go back to Dirtwater because we're going to turn in the recipe to the chef. At the side of the trail, you see a small hell calf, really. It snorts at a patch of brush. Punch it in the snout to establish superiority. Yes, that worked. You run up to the hell calf and punch it right in the snout. It squeals in surprise and runs away with the nosebleed, leaving you to quickly get said blood off your fist before your fist dissolves. You got cow's blood. That was what we call like an initiation roll, I think. Into the kitchen. Got that recipe yet? The one my jerk friend Dave took to his grave? Yeah, I got it. Hey, thanks a million, buddy. Now my slop will be world famous. Here, let me give you a little something for all your trouble. You got a sloppy cowboy hat. What does that consist of? 3 muscle. What's our current hat consist of? 1 muscle. Initiation roll? Can I call it an initiation? Well, it's initiation, basically. What's Moxie do again? I should really silver plate it and snakeskin hat band it. Can I take this snakeskin hat off of this hat? Does anyone know if that works that way? I bet it does not work that way. Do I have any more snakeskin? Ranch dressing. No, I don't. Oh, I wonder if this lady wants to talk now. No, she doesn't. Sally. What does she say we need to do? Good old Dirtwater. This is where Ellie and I had our honeymoon. Of course, it was a wilder place back then. Was it? Well, it was while we were here. What do you think we should do next? Mr. Smith, the rail camp said they need a bunch of dynamite. That's right, the dynamite place. Where was that? Railroad camp. Another robot fight. That was easy. Have our bridal scraps. Remember, I'm in charge of this railroad camp now, if y'all remember from Wednesday. Any luck finding your supply of dynamite? Oh, I need a year's supply? Crap, I gotta buy that $4,000 one. The Big Apple. Yeah, let's go there. Oh my god, new location, I must go. As you reach the center of a clearing, you are simultaneously struck with a profound awe and terrible stench as you discover the largest road apple you've ever seen. You can't even imagine how it got there. Was it a giant horse? Was it 200 normal sized horses acting collaboratively? They should have sent a poet. Of course we're gonna clean it up. We're gonna keep digging. Oh my god, this is like free XP. That was a lot of levels. That was so much XP for that. I am going to go back to Dynamite Dan. We got to buy the 4,000 thing. Got some more dynamite there too. A year's supply of dynamite. God, that's so much of our money. Wait, investigating the smoke of a nearby campfire, you find a bandit snoozing cozily beneath a large and colorful quilt. Make fun of his pants. Ha! Where'd you get those ridiculous pants? Did your granny make those for you? As a matter of fact, she did, and they're warm and cozy, and they remind me of how much my granny loves me, just like I love her. So what's it to you? Okay, you got me. They're really nice, and I'm sorry I made fun. Apology accepted. I got some hot coffee. No, I see it, but I saw it after the fact. Wait, what? It's like I bought it already when I saw it. What do you think we should do next? Mr. Smee said they need a bunch of dynamite. What about all the TNT back at your house? Nothing doing, that's mine. Maybe we can get it back from the goblins that stole it. Gustavus and Gulch, I think. Oh, crap. Oh, Gustavus and... Oh. You know, I might need to talk to her more often. Let me go back to Dynamite Dan. Hold on. Hold on. We're going to attack the robot real quick. Hold on. Okay, we might need to listen to... We might need to talk to our partner more. That's kind of what we're learning. And I'm going to try to sell the dynamite back to Dynamite Dan. Watch. Let me see. Where is it? Does he not want it back? What a jerk face. He doesn't want it. Well, I guess we're gonna go here. I want to see if I can get another one. So you probably can't sell it because it's considered a key item now. Got it. Okay, let's go here. Oh, you're cute. Where are you? A fancily dressed goblin steps forward. Hi, hello, being a bear. Welcome. Now going away, please. The goblin seems friendly, but blocks you entry into the gulch. Can I not come in? Sorry, only for goblins, being very private. You roll up your sleeves to show your bulging arm muscles. The goblin is either unimpressed or doesn't recognize the menace in the gesture, so you pick him up and toss him over the wall of the gorge. There. You hear a quiet rustling as though a single goblin were rummaging through a crate filled with straw. Go in and beat the straw out of it. We're gonna do this and one-shot it. Boom. Gone. Dig through the crates the goblin was rummaging through, but there was nothing interesting there. You listen to the door. It's quiet. The shack is filled with crude bookshelves. The bookshelves, in turn, are filled with crude books. 3 titles catch your attention. Still very complicated numbers. All you can tell about this book is that it concerns extremely high-level mathematics. You don't have the vocabulary to understand any of it, and probably still wouldn't if it was written in English. Your brother would probably love it. Had a bird noise. This book is an extremely detailed treatise on the sounds that different birds make. You probably wouldn't expect to learn how to be accurate great crested grebe impression from a book, but that's how detailed it is. And Alice going into a singing glass. This popular children's novel has been translated into Goblin. Jabberwocky still reads pretty much the same. Oh, it Brillenbean and Toves of Slithen did. Oh God, Toves of Slithen did away Gyron and also Gimbolin. We're gonna stop browsing. Let's try this one. You listen to the door but hear nothing. Rats. Looks like the door's locked. Well, we can pick it. Goblin sandwich. Nice, we got some sandwiches. There's no sound coming from inside. Look in a random drawer. Gulch Goblin lollipop. Look in more randoms. Goblin sandwich. Randomer drawer. Goblin trousers. Armor. Oh, and -2 moxie. Interesting. Okay, let's go this way. It's a lot of little houses. You hear a couple goblins rush around in there. Sounds like they're doing something really important. Interrupt them. Goodbye, goblin. And we're gonna shoot you. Good. Oh, it's not goodbye, goblin. You threw a fish at me. That's not nice of you. All right, let's see. You look around the building, but it turns out to be just filled with rotten fish. Rats. Let's go to the next building. You don't hear anything. The shack contains a bed and a desk. Investigate the bed. It's made of cactus logs with a blanket made of woven together cactus needles. That can't be comfortable. Check out the desk. The desk is strewn with folders. You notice one that says important secrets. Read the important secrets. You learn a variety of secrets, though the only one that's actually pertinent to your circumstances is that there's a spare key to the treasure cave in drawer 69105 in the storage hut. 69105. You press your ear to the door and you hear somebody delivering what sounds like lines from Hamlet, except in Goblin tongue. From this vantage point, you also notice a sign next to the door reading backstage entrance here being with an arrow pointing to the back of the building. Let's head backstage. To mean or not to mean? Oh, that is the question. Could it better thinking to suffering a crazy thing than arrows? Or fighting so many bad things for stopping them because fighting? To dying, to sleeping, to hay. That's not how that went. Dreaming maybe, but oh, problems. If dreaming crazy when living, what dreams having after dying? Well, pretty weird, probably. You watch for a while. The bits where the actors had to do a sword fight with themselves are pretty entertaining. Yeah, I guess that one lives. Looks like the door's locked. Lockpick it. You enter what turns out to be a cafe to reconstruct a few cups of chicory from the leavings in various dirty cups and sinks. You stop to wonder why a cafe wouldn't be open at this time of day. You see a schedule posted on the wall, and sure thing, it says somebody named Gene is supposed to be working this ship. He always was a shiftless layabout, that Gene. You got some goblin chicory. You hear a bunch of gruff goblin voices gruffly griping at each other. Fungicide bomb. It's a very profitable carnage. 3 whole goblins worth of carnage. You got an item, Gustavusson Gulch treasure cave key. You gain 74 meat, goblin sandwich, and a goblin hat. What's that goblin hat all about? Oh, what's this? Treasure cave. This door to remain locked at all times, not unless we unlock it. Now we're heading inside. Oh my goodness gracious. Now we got some... Oh wait, this goblin is paying more attention to their book, Goblet, than to you. But you're pretty sure you aren't gonna just be waltzing on by, spoil the ending. Hey, Goblet, good book. What thinking about how Goratio is only surviving on one at the end, everyone else dying, poisoning, sword, and pow, blam. No, wow, spoilers! The guard runs out of the cave with their hands over their ears. Progress towards your next goal. 68 out of 100. This goblin guard is whistling a little wooden bird call, but they're not too busy to beat you up if you try to get past. Try out your new bird call. You duck behind a stablemate and do your great crested grebe impression. Oh, gasp! A great crested grebe! Wow! The guard pulls a pair of binoculars out of his uniform and runs out the cave. Unlike the other two guards, this one is being very attentive and seems very suspicious of you. Also, unlike the other two guards, they have a name tag that says Gene. Hey, Gene. You supposing working at cafe today, you forgot. Oh, wow, oh no! The goblin quickly takes off their guard uniform and puts on a cafe uniform and races out the cave. Look at all this treasure. Oh, that's a lot of meat. That's also a lot of meat. Oh, that was the dynamite. I now have 2 of them. Oh, Snake Springs. Yes, yes, yes. Go there. Snake Spring. Go there, Snake Spring. Oh, we need a snake skin for our other hat. Come on. Oh my god. Oh, gross. That's a lot of snakes. Oh. Endless stream of snakes pour out of a hole in the canyon. Grab a handful. Or grab a big one. Oh, let's try the big one. I was hoping it'd be bigger than that. I was hoping it'd be like the snake venom bladder. Let's try a 10. Well, okay. Grab a handful. There we go. Let's do that, and let's do this. Whiff. Ooh. Okay, so we just got one left. So I have a question about this game. Is this something that you gotta go back and grind levels at some point? Like, am I gonna just have to grind levels? If that makes any sense, you know, like, because I've noticed there's places with like endless spawns of enemies. Is there ever gonna come a time when I have to farm? If I'm making any sense. I feel like that might become a thing. Basically, yes. Any luck finding a year supply of dynamite? Yep. Yep, here you go. Good, perfect. This'll do the trick just fine. Hang back for a bit. While I get the fellas to set up the charges, I'll let you do the honors. Smee consults with the other workers and they inspect the rocks for a time. Eventually, one of them shrugs, pushes the whole crate of dynamite up next to the rock, and wires up a detonator. All right, little rip. Boom. Oh, wow, a big rock monster. There's a very large and very angry looking thing. Guy standing there, apparently it's a little peeved at having a year's supply of dynamite blown up next to its butt while it was sleeping. How are you going to handle this? Pulverize it. You crack your knuckles, take a deep breath, and aim your strongest haymaker at the rock monster. Your punch blows open a fracture caused by the dynamite, and cascading fault lines crisscross the creature's surface. With a roar of anger and pain, it explodes in fine gravel. Heck yeah, welcome to the gun show. Yeah, menacing move, level 3. Alright, so now what? Well, now that it's fine. Well, now it's a fine day at work, I guess I've ever seen. Much obliged, friend. We'll be getting the rest of this track laid down and head out now. Here, I'll mark our route on the map for you, in case our paths happen to cross again. You discover a new map looking at the Manifest Destiny Railroad Company map. Thanks, but can't I just ride the train? Got a ticket? Ha, just kidding. Of course you don't. Every seat on the train sold out. Sorry, boss. All right, so that goes there. Okay, well, I'm gonna go to the circus.